Seconds count, and when you call 911, they can be a lifeline.
Yeah, but what happens when that lifeline isn't available and you have to wait on hold? Well, it's a reality here in Marion County. The 911 hold times have been drastically increasing month after month, and it's getting worse.
It's a story our Call 6 team has been following for more than a year now. Call 6's Paris Lubell is live this morning with more on the drastic increase. Paris, this is awfully concerning.
Yeah, Lauren and Meredith, it's really concerning. The national average is that 90% of calls, 911 calls, have to be answered within 10 seconds. But in Marion County, the average overall is more like 30 seconds. When it's a life or death emergency, you can't wait.
911, the case of your emergency.
But in Marion County, the lifeline at 911 isn't always immediately available.
For someone in a critical emergency, a life or death situation, they're having to wait on hold when they expect someone to be picking up the phone right away.
It's because the 911 center's staffing levels are down 33%, and it's because the staff is leaving the center at an alarming rate. They've been seeing a major turnover in staff because dispatchers in Marion County are paid significantly lower than the surrounding counties. And because people are leaving at an alarming rate, it's starting to affect hold time. Back in February of this year, the average 911 hold time was 12 seconds. Just 4 months later in June, it was 27 seconds, and it continues to get worse. And while that's the average of the tens of thousands of calls each month, the hold times can be drastically longer. The longest 911 call in the first half of this year was on hold for 6 minutes and 34 seconds. And now the center is down more than 40 staff members, and it's being forced to make cuts. One of those is cutting the number of police dispatchers and forcing police districts to share radio channels, something that's never been done before.
We went from having 6 emergency radio channels throughout the city condensed down to 3.
And that means because police radio channels are busier, it could take longer for officers to get dispatched to priority calls in your neighborhood.
We've learned that some 911 calls have pended for up to 10 minutes.
Now, we've learned dispatchers here in Marion County make anywhere from 10 to 35% less than any of the surrounding counties. And we also do know that Marion County Sheriff's Department is working with the county to address the funding issues, but there are no short-term fixes or even long-term fixes in the pipeline right now. Reporting live this morning, Paris Lubell, RTV6.
Paris, thank you. It is 6:34. We now know when family and friends will have a chance to say goodbye to the 6 people who